Episode 39. If Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, how can you say he replaced it? Key text, Mark 2:28. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. If Jesus is the Lord of the Sabbath, then how can any pastor, priest, or preacher claim he replaced it? Mark 2:28 makes it plain. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. He's not the Lord of Sunday. He's not the Lord of any day you choose. He's the Lord of the Sabbath, the seventh day, the day he created, blessed, sanctified, and kept. Now ask yourself, what does it mean to be Lord of something? It means ownership. It means authority. It means it belongs to him. So if the Sabbath belongs to Christ, if he is its creator and its rightful Lord, then what kind of twisted theology says he abolished his own day? That's like saying Jesus is the Lord of marriage, so he came to abolish it. Or that he's the Prince of Peace, so he must have come to bring war. Nonsense. Jesus being Lord of the Sabbath means it's his day, not Rome's, not traditions, and definitely not man's to change. Yet Sunday churches twist that verse to mean the opposite. They say, see, Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, so he can do whatever he wants with it. But that's not what he said. He didn't say, I'm Lord over the Sabbath, therefore I'm erasing it. He said it in defense of keeping the Sabbath the right way, not under the man-made burdens the Pharisees had added. Jesus was restoring the Sabbath, not removing it. In fact, the context of Mark 2 is critical. His disciples had plucked grain on the Sabbath, and the Pharisees attacked them. But Jesus reminded them of David eating the showbread, and then dropped the truth. The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. Let's break it down. The Sabbath was made for man, not Jews only, not a specific tribe, but all mankind. Jesus is Lord of that day, not to abolish it, but to rule over it as holy and beneficial. Therefore we are to follow him in how we keep it, not pretend it no longer exists. When you say Jesus ended the Sabbath, you rob him of his rightful lordship. You turn his holy day into an optional relic. You let the traditions of men sit on a throne that only Christ deserves. The real question is this: if Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, is he Lord over your time? Is he Lord over your worship? Is he Lord over your obedience? Because if you reject the day he calls his own, can you truly say he is your Lord? Luke 6:46 exposes the hypocrisy. Why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? And he says in Exodus 20:10, the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. You can't say, Jesus is my Lord, while trampling on the day he owns, created, and sanctified. To be a true follower of Christ is to honor what he honors, and he is Lord of the Sabbath, not Sunday. So I challenge you, if you love the Lord of the Sabbath, then stop following the day of Constantine and return to the day of Christ. Because only those who keep the Lord's commandments will reign with the Lord of the Sabbath in his kingdom.